The biggest things our mind does that hold us back in life is continue to provide evidence of the inadequacies from our past experiences. How many times have you felt like you want to break free from the struggles you're enduring, whether it be loneliness, whether it be a failure, anything? But the moment you want to break free, your mind reminds you of a moment where things didn't work your way. And that's the evidence that deters you from actually making any progress. It's in that moment that we have to question ourselves, because so many times we want to be better, we want to do more. We don't want to live in that past traumatic experience. We don't want to live in that hurt. But our mind continues to provide ample amounts of evidence that that is where we need to be. That is where we should stay. If we were lonely in the past, we should continue to be lonely. We don't deserve friends. We don't deserve people around us. We don't deserve a relationship. These are all things our mind continues to advocate for us. And it's not something that really helps us in the end, because most of the time you'll realize that this evidence that your mind provides isn't really backed by much truth. It's just a confirmation bias that leads you astray. It's when you actually question in that moment that you realize the actual truth. You have to break down what your mind is actually trying to tell you. If you're currently lonely and you've had past experiences where you felt like people didn't include you, you felt isolated, you may want to ask yourself, yes, that happened in the past, but is that something that has to continue in the future just because it happened in the past? Is that my ongoing future? And it's in these types of questioning, these types of prompts, that we just break down these biases one by one, slowly deconstruct them. Because so many times we are holding ourselves back because we're listening to these thoughts in our mind, these judgments that we put on ourselves, and it doesn't really help us in the end. And that's what's important to realize. I myself found ways to break free from it and find a better way forward, because it just creates an unhealthy spiral, an unhealthy loop that you just can't break free from, because the moment you want to, your mind brings you back. It's like trying to break free from an ongoing hamster wheel that you're stuck in. That's why I wanted to make this video, because I hope that this can be a way to jumpstart that process for you. And it's something that's very important to start, because the moment you realize that some of these thoughts that you've been listening to for most of your life, and you realize that some of them are not true, or they're not justifiable in the way you thought they were, you're slowly able to just find more peace, find more fulfillment in your life. Because it's that evidence that you feel like was always true that actually lacked substance in the end. It wasn't really telling the whole picture. It was just telling a small part of the puzzle, and we use that as a way to frame our whole life. We used small experiences to shape how we view ourselves. Past experiences that didn't go our way now continue to affect us in our present and our future as well. That's why cognitive behavioral therapy is so beneficial for people, because it breaks these thought loops one by one. You're able to critically analyze your thoughts, deconstruct them, see them for what they are rather than what you may have thought they were. And that's what really brings you the most peace in the end. So I hope this video provided you with some sense of just an insight on how to slowly just analyze your own thoughts, understand how they may be affecting you, because it's so important to just start that process so you can start living maybe for the first time in your life. Hope this video helped you, and share it with anyone who may need it as well. Share your own experiences as well, as I know can help anyone else. And I'll catch you in the next video and hope you have a great rest of your day.